Hello everybody and welcome. Today we will be playing in the Double Down seasonal event. First off, our deck is duplicated, so every card has an additional copy. And thanks to the Double Down effect, whenever we play a unit from our hand, a unit with the same provision cost will be taken from our deck and we will play that too. Now that is the event description for this event, but it is actually incredibly inaccurate, as the Double Down effect will actually trigger the first time you play a unit each turn. So tutoring a unit for a card like Necromancy will also trigger the Double Down effect, as will using Necromancy to play a unit from the grave. Additionally, due to what I can only imagine as poor design, by playing disloyal units, you actually play units from your opponent's deck instead of your own. And the last thing the description doesn't tell you is that the unit you get is random. Although while I say random, of course the randomness is up to you. If you only have one 10 provision card in your deck, then playing one 10 provision card will guarantee playing the other one too. And this makes provision allocation even more important in Double Down than in other modes, as you may be able to make very nice plays with two units that share the same provision cost, or very poor ones. Anyway, we'll start by looking at the deck we will be using in this video. So here's the deck we will be using in this video. With all the units being played through the Double Down effect, resulting in overswarming, we look to compound the problem by clogging our opponent's board with units and preventing them from continuing. As many special cards are less effective in Double Down, decks tend to be very unit heavy, and so once all 18 spaces are filled, there is no longer anything a player can do. And because 2 units get played every turn, we expect to be able to clog their board in 3 to 4 turns. We will start with our leading lady, whom this deck was built around. And when the Noonwraith's Death Wish is triggered, 2 rat tokens will be spawned on our opponent's board, and our aim will be to trigger this both frequently and quickly so that our opponent's board is filled with 1 power tokens. The setup to our strategy will involve putting several Noonwraiths on our board to trigger their Death Wish abilities. Now when the operator is played, he will spawn and summon a base copy of a bronze unit from our hand to this row on each player's side, and that will be the Noonwraith. And this will create because he's played twice through the Double Down effect, he will create a pair of Noonwraiths on either side of the board, which will mean we've already occupied 2 of the 18 spaces. And another way we can do this is with Caranthea, as he will also spawn a 1 power base copy of a monster unit from our hand to this row. And note that both these cards do require that a Noonwraith be in our hand in order to function, which is why we use the Cursed Scroll as our stratagem. This will allow us to choose a card from our deck and put it in our hand. Lots of the plays in this deck will require certain card combinations, and so this stratagem is quite vital for this. And this will ensure Noonwraith be put in our hand, which will help both Caranthea and the operator. There are various consume type units which can trigger the Noonwraith's Death Wish ability, but the most effective way is probably going to be to play Wisp's Tribute and use her to shoot both copies of the following. Now the Ritual Sacrifice card will trigger all allied units' Death Wish abilities, without requiring they be destroyed. With just 1 pair of Noonwraith on our side, this will add 8 rat tokens to our opponent's board, which is almost half the available space. And the other big option for triggering the Noonwraith is our Weaver's Incantation, which will trigger any Death Wish ability when that unit is deployed. So when a Noonwraith is played, 4 rats will be spawned on our opponent's side. And thanks to Double Down, if that Noonwraith also triggers another Noonwraith, that's 8 rats. And we can also use Caranthea to make additional copies of Weaver's, and with twice as many of her on the board, each Noonwraith adds twice as many rats. Because we do require certain card combinations to win this, we do have 2 units for thinning, the Wild Hunt Riders and Arcuspawn. And as our units are fairly weak, thinning these cards out will also put a good number of points on our board. Note that the only time you actually wish to play Arcuspawn from hand will be if you already have Weaver's in play. This will automatically trigger its Death Wish ability and thin it from your deck before you risk tutoring an extra copy through the Double Down effect. For the Wild Hunt Riders, if possible, have dominance before playing any 5 provision card. This can hopefully be done with the leader ability or by using Consume Unit to give you enough points. although as I've said, most of the units in this deck are fairly weak, and so achieving dominance can be difficult. Our other option for triggering Moonwraith include Marylorn, who can trigger the Deathwish abilities of a bronze unit, and Cyclops, who can destroy a unit on our side, then damage an enemy by that unit's power. Remember, however, that we are not usually looking to destroy enemy units, as we are looking to occupy their board. The exceptions to this rule are if we can make space for rats, or need to deal with a card capable of removing cards in our opponent's side. And for this reason, we also have Doragari, who will be a lock-in card to deal with problematic units instead of killing them. And he should ideally be saved until we see a unit capable of self-damaging allies, or until our opponent's board is full, and then used to disable some engine. We also have the more conventional way of triggering Deathwish by using Consume through our leader ability, the Harpy, or the Endrigal Warrior. Finally, I include Old Spear Tip as a point slam. Because many of our units are weak, we may need a quick point slam to end a round, and Spear Tip can add a quick 24 points. So our aim is simple, to trigger a bunch of Moonwraiths and fill our opponent's board with rats. Once we've managed to prevent our opponent from putting down units, they will not be able to do much, as most players will not run many special cards, and by that point it's basically over. So, let's see how this deck handles.
Any last words?
Blind, greedy.
How beautiful, these golden fields.
Welcome, chosen one.
Stay with me, beneath the sun.
I will not let this become a second Sodom. Just great.
Dance with me, my darling, dance.
If the ring won't come off, just take the whole finger.
Pleasure doing business for you.
We're all dressed up just for you. A word once given, we never break.
Nimble fingers and a warm smile, that's all it takes.
There is no escape. Defiled one!
Can he cut cleanly with you squirming about like that? Get out, you baldy-faced baby! Now this is a knife. Every lock holds the key to... No, wait.
I sense your pain. I see your fear.
And stay out. It requires patience and a keen ear. Shh. I need silence.
Husband dear, where are you?
I sense strong magic.
Defiled one.
Used to be, I hunted game. Men bring more coin.
And if I insert a needle here, what then?
I sense your pain. I see your fear.
Do I enjoy torture? Perhaps. A bit.
All these signs can mean but one thing. How beautiful these golden fields.
Paid Emir and Assay.
I hate nothing more than a creaky door. Stay beneath the sun.
The heat I cannot bear.
Not your lucky day. Any last words? Blind, greedy.
Dance with me, my darling, dance.
Welcome, chosen one.
The heat I cannot bear.
You do the Emperor proud, all! I have served you. Now you must serve the Empire!
Dressed up just for you.
No one can hide from me.
Mankind is a virus, a plague.
Stay with me beneath the sun.
I shall be your eyes, my lord. Let us see.
Follow!
Thanks.
All is as it should be.
Thanks.
You shall die, worm.
Welcome, Chosen One.
How beautiful these golden fields.
You blind, greedy.
Stay with me beneath the sun. Dance with me, my darling, dance.
Either with my shield or on it.
We're all dressed up just for you. A word once given, we never break.
Husband dear, where are you?
Mankind is a virus, a plague. A golden dragon.
escape.
Soon, sisters. Very soon.
How beautiful these golden fields.
You would make a good slave. Ha! Follow him!
There is but one punishment for traitors.
Just a peek. That is all I need.
Welcome, Chosen One.
Stay with me beneath the sun.
Blind, greedy fool.
I sense your pain. I see your fear.
I don't work for free. Mankind is a virus, a plague. A golden dragon. Burak!
Husband dear, where are you?
promise given we never break. I'd be best and last.
I propose we present them two scabbardless swords.
I hate nothing more than a creaky door.
My prescription, a bit of bloodletting.
My duty? To stick my nose where it doesn't belong.
How beautiful these golden fields.
Onward, onward! To be showered with Imperial gold!
Make Nilfgaard great again! Fourth Brigade! Follow me!
Stay with me beneath the sun.
Nes tedatu.
Everyone has their secrets. Everyone.
Dance with me, my darling, dance.
Let's dance.
Enough! Let us finish this.
Here's our chance.
Damn it. Let's get this over with.
There is no escape. The Filed One.
I shall flog them into submission.
We follow Letho's lead.
Egreto dum anime est, spes est.
Husband dear, where are you?
A shame I have no time.
How beautiful these golden fields.
Please wait, Your Excellency. I'm falling behind.
Her Grace will not be pleased.
Still,
You would make a good slave.
So, that was the deck. Overall, not one of my favourite decks, as it is a little gimmicky to rely on one card like this. But at least it is a little different than other decks. And it is always interesting to see how players try to handle the Rat Clog. There are two issues with the deck, however. As there are certain cards which are required to pull off some of the plays. Of course, there are numerous tutors and thinning units, as well as the Cursed Scroll, to try and help with this, but if you cannot pull off one of the strategies, it is difficult to play with. The other concern is due to the double down mode being broken. Like, two of the key cards to this deck are the Operator and Weaves, and which are 7 and 10 provisions respectively, which means Nilfgaard's Joachim and Cantarella can reach into our deck, steal the necessary cards from us, and make it difficult to clog. And Weavers can be particularly problematic for us, as our opponent can use Duchess's Informant to copy Moonwraith and clog our side in response. One potential change you could make would be to swap Weavers for a card like Germain. This way, if we do face Joachim, he will act as a trap and put 5 weak bodies on our opponent's board, which would help us with our clog. Of course, this also means in other situations we would have to rely on manually triggering the Moonwraith, rather than letting the Weavers do it for us. Well, I guess that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching. As always, the link to the deck is in the video description. If you have questions about specific card choices, or possible changes and improvements to the deck, feel free to leave a comment below the video and I'll respond to it when I can. Until next time,